I don't know about this bench situation. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, once again from Johnson City, Tennessee. Lovely to see you. I've not seen you in about a month now. I've not been doing anything at all, to be honest. I've been really just not feeling great over the past month. The whole thing has just not been great. But I was sitting in my room and I kind of have woken up to the fact that I've not done anything in like a month, and I'm ready to get over whatever this little episode is that I'm in at the moment. So officially, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back, and I'm back for good. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just sit in my room and rot for the rest of my life until I die? No. I've got a freaking show to do, people. I have to do this show. Let me do my show, please. Yeah, I've been gone, I think, because I experienced my first real run of burnout, which was not very fun. In the last episode that I did, we went to Bland, Virginia, and I kind of went on a whole weird rant. There is 5 people that live in this town. 5. You've got this courthouse behind me, which is actually a really nice courthouse, but I say that about every courthouse and every city I freaking go to. They're all the same. I mean, open up a nightclub, somebody get me a tennis racket. I don't want to go fishing, your truck's too high up. Why are you in a truck, by the way? Drive a car. Why does everyone here have to have a truck? Example A, that right there would be a truck, ladies and gentlemen. I might just be having a bit of a breakdown at the moment. I was burnt out. I felt like I needed to take a break for a second and kind of piece stuff back together. I don't know. So today I look ridiculous in this hat, dude. Today we're gonna have a nice, simple, relaxing video for you. A couple of weeks ago I posted in the community section on the channel that I was gonna do a Q&A episode, so this is officially a Q&A episode. So I'm here to answer your all's questions, concerns. Yeah, I hope to God that this bench does not give out on me halfway through this episode, because it ain't looking real good at the moment, let me tell you. I mean, look at the state of this bench. Look, I don't think that's how it looks like it's been chewed. Is somebody chewing my bench? Whatever, dude. I'm wasting precious time here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the Q&A. First question goes to Jennifer Peters. 9552. How are you, Jennifer? What is the furthest place you've traveled to? What has been your favorite place? And do you plan to go back to see what's new there? I have kind of a general rule that I implemented towards the beginning of this whole series. Unless it's like a very special circumstance, I don't plan on ever going to the same place twice, because there's only ever going to be 1,000 episodes of this show. That's like been the whole goal from the very beginning, so I'm trying to make sure that I cover as many places as possible during that time, you know. There's a couple places that are an exception. Newland, obviously. I'll be going back to Morristown later this year because I said I'd go back. Yeah, it's usually a one and done thing for me, I think. And where's the furthest place you've traveled? Definitely Kazakhstan. I don't know which city it would be technically. It would probably be Oskaman, but as the crow flies, I don't know how that works out. Whatever it says there on the screen, that's the furthest I've traveled. At Tallulah Day asks, what kind of books do you like to read? Any favorite ones? I don't read a lot of books, like who reads physical books anymore? Does anybody? I don't. I read a lot, but it's mostly just like really boring stuff. I read a lot of like research stuff for this show, a lot of Wikipedia articles and census data, boring stuff, dude. I'm really like a nerd. I hate saying that, but objectively that's just true. I need to just own up to the fact that I'm a nerd. At the Underlord 2. What is your favorite video you've made so far? I love the long drive when you went to Niagara. Yeah, that's a good one. That's definitely one of my favorites. I actually have, spoiler alert, there's going to be another 10-hour driving video that I'm going to do probably within the next month, I'd say. I'm very excited about that, excited to get back on the road. There's always a couple that stand out to me. For whatever reason, Snake Den Mountain stands out to me, probably because it was so traumatic, but the video itself, I think that the video turned out really well, so I'm actually proud of that one. Snake Den Mountain, Niagara Falls, Fleming Neon, Kentucky is probably one that stands out to me the most, and I don't think that it's really even my best video per se. I feel like I kind of found my footing in that video. Like when I posted that video, I was like, okay, well, I know what like the show is now. It's also, it's weird talking about it. I don't really have like, how do I explain this? I had a really weird emotional, that sounds not what I'm trying to say. It's definitely the place that has affected me the most. I think about that place all the time just because it's so strange. You get there and it's like a vibe that you've never felt before in your life, and it's not like a haunted thing. It's not like, it just feels like hopeless. I don't even know how to describe it. Anyway, to answer your question, that's probably my favorite video. And then obviously the Boonford video that blew up a little while ago, I think that one's probably my best work. Oh no. It's raining, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have to get out of the rain. A nice cozy little setup here to get us out of the rain for a minute. It's starting to really come down. Anyway, back to the Q&A. At Skeletal Pumpkin 4917. What's up with these usernames, y'all? Skeletal Pumpkin. Anyway, Skeletal Pumpkin 4917 asks, what previous jobs have you held? Any extracurricular activities in school? Besides pizza, any go-to food? What is AW on your lock screen wallpaper? Thanks for doing this. No problem, Skeletal Pumpkin. No, not really. Blackberry specifically. AW is my company. It's really boring and it's not really even anything that's related. It's my company, and you're welcome. At Sarah Says 2 says, what do you like to watch on YouTube? True crime, paranormal adventures, travel or baking, alien theory videos, cops and Karens? What do I watch on YouTube? I watch myself a lot. I think that I'm really great. Honestly, just kind of the default option because I do this now. I watch a lot of travel content. I never watched travel content at all before I started this. Well, that's not really true. I just didn't. It was like very select people. Watch a lot of travel content. Small Brained American, Tommy. Who else do I watch on YouTube? I'm trying to think of someone that's not travel related. I'm probably watching myself. I like my show. I've been listening to this podcast a lot recently. It's called Emergency Intercom. It's fairly popular, especially among like my generation. But I mean, yeah, my show's better. I like my show. I watch my show a lot. Do you think we can oh, sorry. At RJ63227. Do you think, y'all are gonna have to get more creative with these usernames. Do you think we can sue Pumpkin Town for false advertising? That's actually kind of a funny question. I've spoken to the one farmer in Pumpkin Town on the phone a couple of times and have convinced him to bring pumpkins to Pumpkin Town. So that was me. A lesson learned today. When life gives you pumpkins. Dude, I don't know what the lesson is. Your name is Pumpkin Town. What do you expect me to think? We've got corn, we've got soybeans, we've got apricots, we don't have pumpkins. What are you talking about? The irony. Yeah, I don't know what the lesson is. You live and you learn. Sometimes life just disappoints you, ladies and gentlemen, and unfortunately that's what we got today. If somebody ends up in Pumpkin Town and you find pumpkins, that's because of me. Thank you very much. So yeah, let's not go overboard. I don't think suing is the best option, but I've got it taken care of now, fortunately. Next, at KStubbs84. Where's your dream destination for the US and also outside the US? Do you prefer mountains or beaches? Where's my dream destination? Well, I don't really know. A lot of this show is about exploration, So if I magically, I don't know, dude, just put me on a beach somewhere, honestly, give me a martini. I mean, it's really not that difficult to please me, I don't feel like. Give me a martini. What sparked this all? Did you always do this, or did one day just think, why don't I film this, or did a friend suggest it? All of this has kind of happened by accident. I've told this before. I moved to college. When I moved to college, I got really into like finance and investing in the stock market. I also learned a lot about video editing in college, and eventually those two things just kind of merged, and then I started a finance channel. So this channel originally started off as a finance channel of all things, and then that morphed into a channel about day trading, and then that morphed into vlogs about day trading and why I miserably failed as a day trader, and that was almost the end of this channel. And then basically right after that period, I went on a trip with my ex-girlfriend. Shout out my ex-girlfriend. Thank you. Yeah, I went on a trip to Mexico, and it was a particular part of Mexico that I guess is not visited very often by gringo white boys like me, and so I thought that would make an interesting video, so I recorded that. That's actually the first video on this channel. That was my first travel vlog. And then I just never really stopped making these, and now I'm just kind of here in this historical state park talking to you. I don't know, dude. Why do you do anything in life? Next, Jennifer Peters. Oh, no. Sorry, Jennifer. I already answered your question. Next question. At Carrie Justice 8865. You don't have to answer these. I'm going to anyway. Carrie, you don't have to answer these, but here's my 2 favorite things to ask people. Do you believe in ghosts, demons, things that go blah 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 blah? 2, have you ever had any vehicle malfunctions on your journey, like overheating, tire blowout, etc.? I do not personally believe in ghosts, demons, or things that go bump in the night. Not exactly sure what that last one means, to be honest with you, but no. And 2, have you ever had any vehicle malfunctions on one of my trips? No, fortunately. I bought that car brand new from the dealership right before I started this whole series. Fortunately, no car trouble as of yet. I hope that I don't ever run into any car trouble, but yeah, not that I can remember. Naomi K says, during all of your filmed adventures, at which point were you the most sketched out or legitimately afraid, and what was the location and details of the situation? Also, who is the most memorable or interesting person or location you've encountered during your trips? Yeah, Snake Den Mountain, I'll insert that clip of me talking about that. What is the scariest place you visited so far? I have a video called Snake Den Mountain. That's what it's titled now. That is definitely the scariest place I have ever visited for a plethora of reasons. In that video, I decided to try something new and try and record and make something that was outside of the city. So I thought it would be a great idea to go into the mountains by myself to try and summit a mountain called Mount Gio in the Great Smoky Mountains, which is the literal second tallest mountain in that entire park. I think the original title for that video, it was something like, no experienced hiker tries to summit dangerous mountain in the winter alone. It's like the whole thing was just, it was a horrible idea. It's a particular section in the mountains there that is widely known for being very rugged and very advanced, even for like avid hikers. Like hikers don't even do that trail really. Yeah, but for some reason I was just like, yeah, it'll probably be a little difficult. It'll be fine. Brother, it was the worst experience of my life, and that is not an exaggeration. I tried to climb it by myself in freezing cold weather in literal tennis shoes. It is certainly the worst idea that I've had for a video up to this point. The whole thing was just totally reckless. I failed miserably. I think I got a little over halfway there, and summited a completely different mountain, Snake Den Mountain. I hadn't eaten anything that day, I think. It was like a whole new level of fatigue. The worst part about that trip though, I still think about this all the time. The worst part of that trip was trying to get back down off of the mountain. And in the video, I actually lied about my turnaround time. It was supposed to be, I think, 4:30 p.m., but I totally just ignored that and kept going anyway. I think a couple of hours or something. And so I was really late coming off of the mountain, which meant that I had no daylight like whatsoever for at least the last hour. It was certainly longer than an hour. Felt like 10 days. I really thought, I was like, dang, like there's really a chance I'm not gonna get off this mountain tonight. I had no flashlight. My phone died several hours before all that because it was so cold, so I had literally no light whatsoever. Darkness at night when you're in the mountains, it is not the same darkness as when you're like in the city, because brother, you ain't got no street lights. When mama says come home, when the street lights turn on, you ain't got no street lights. They don't exist out there. All you got is the stars above your head. That's it. There ain't nothing else. Imagine being completely physically exhausted in freezing cold weather in an environment that you know absolutely nothing about. Wild animals running all around you. You're also like several miles from any other human being. You can't call anybody because your phone's dead because you're an idiot and you let it die. And lastly, just for fun, you have a blindfold strapped to your eyeballs. Can't see nothing. That'll make you a man real quick, let me tell you. So yeah, imagine that scenario. Imagine it. That's what it's like. Who is the most memorable or interesting person or location? That dude that I met in Sonoya.
I've always known it as Sonoya. Sonoya. Because we live over in Spalding County, Griffin. We call it Sonoya. You going to Sonoya? You going to Sonoya? We've been over here working. Our boss there, she's opened a business up here doing produce and stuff. So we're in there making old barn style look just to bring it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't know the correct
pronunciation, yeah. Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, Sonoya is what I've always called it.
Gotcha.
Have a good day, brother.
You too, appreciate you. He was just kind of a funny character. I think about him quite often. Yeah, he was just kind of an interesting guy. I don't really talk to a whole lot of people in my videos. That's kind of another weird thing about my channel, is it's not really about people, which is what a lot of travel channels kind of by default end up being about. But this show is not about people, it's about places specifically, so that's why this whole thing is kind of weird. I don't have a whole lot of interactions with people. I don't feel like if it happens, you know, naturally, but I don't go out of my way really, especially anymore, to like talk to people. So James O'Neill, have you always liked to travel? Have you ever been in any dangerous situations during one of your drives? Are most people you interact with on your trips friendly and open to you, or do some question you about what you're doing? I've never really had any bad interactions. I don't really come off as like a threatening character, I don't think, so that helps. I mean, I'm like a 5'7" white dude walking around the city in the middle of the... No one cares about what I'm doing. At the end of the day, I have a show to do, people. Let me do my show, please. At Sheets Junkie asks, are you still actively pursuing music at all? No. Random Adventures of Matt. Why do you go to a lot of these places in the middle of the night? It's not really a conscious decision, but I do think that it's kind of cool because there's not a whole lot of people that do that. It also gives kind of a different perspective into it's not always an accurate representation of what a city is like, so I don't like doing it all the time, but it is kind of cool to just like wander around a place when there's no one else around. Like I said earlier, this show is not really about people, it's about places specifically. I just feel like it's easier to show you around the place when there's no one else around. I don't know, dude. I'm getting tired, ladies and gentlemen. It's 4:49 a.m. Jamie, why are some of your videos super spooky and artistic and others are not? Don't stop doing it. I love the spookier ones. Spookier ones. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think, I would not say that any of my videos are artistic. I mean, I really am just a dude with a camera. This is a basic DSLR camera. It ain't that fancy. Thank you for the compliment. Next question. Thomas, what did you want to be when you grow up? I remember the first thing I ever told my parents I wanted to be, for some reason, was a child voice actor. I don't know where that came from. That feels real out of character now. What is your favorite color? this. Whatever this is on the screen right now, whatever color this is that you're looking at right now, I don't know what you would call this technically. I also don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know what you're seeing right now. But in the edit, whatever I decide to put on the screen, whatever that is my favorite color. So that's the answer to that question. Have you ever wanted to take a really long road trip to travel the country? Do you like to camp? No, I do not like to camp. What are y'all camping for? Did you know that we have air conditioning? Did you know that we have indoors now? You ain't even gotta be outside. You can go inside and be protected from the... Why am I outside right now? No, I don't like to camp. What are you camping for? Are you a professional YouTuber? No. I mean, I make money from this, so by definition, like kind of, but no. This is not like a full-time thing. And to be honest with you, if the opportunity presented itself to be a full-time thing, I don't know if I would take that or not. Baby Ribs asks, dude, what color is your aura? Baby Ribs, you're a good one, Baby Ribs. Baby Ribs, dude, what color is your aura? You can check on a sunny day or against a white background. What are you talking about, Baby Ribs? What are you talking about, right? What color is my aura? You know what color my aura is? This. Whatever color is on the screen right now, that's what color my aura is. Because I said so. Thank you, Baby Ribs. Love you, Baby Ribs. Next question. Purple says, do you mind me doing a green screen and sharing the whole video to my... You go right ahead, Purple. You do whatever you gotta do. Video Store 64. By the way, shout out Video Store 64. That's where I get some of my inspiration from, let's say. How many miles have you put on your car since you started this series? 31,000. What DAW do you use for music production, and do you have any pieces of gear you could work without but would rather not? I don't use any gear, to be honest. I use FL Studio. I do make a lot of the music that is in these videos. Like this is mine. A lot of the intro music now is stuff that I've made. So yeah, a lot of the instrumental stuff is mine. I mess with it a little bit, but yeah. Ash Ventura, do you prefer Coke or Pepsi? What do you think? And our very last question for this evening also goes to Ash Ventura. What age were you when you were born? What do you think? And that was the Q&A. Thank you very much for watching the Q&A. Yeah, there's some people out here that are walking around. One lady keeps coming over here. Her dog has tried to attack me twice. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you all very much for the support. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to the channel. Yeah, I should be back on a somewhat regular schedule very, very soon. Apologies for this last little break, but it happens. What do you want from me? I'll see you all very soon. Love ya. Stay safe. Have a great week, ladies and gentlemen. That's it, dude. Goodbye.